Welcome. You are in the golden frequency. By stepping into this space, you've chosen to enter into a frequency that is always yours and it's always there. It's just now you are claiming it. In this frequency, you are invited to return home to your body, to drop out of your mind, out of logic, out of the thinking space that keeps you captivated and over reassuring yourself that you have something to fix or change about yourself, when in reality, you are this perfect, beautiful creature just as you are existing right now. When we are in that space of overthinking and overanalyzing, we're actually putting our energy into the masculine, which we do have to access in order to function on day-to-day things and tasks that our male counterparts have built for us. And it does remove us from that heart leadership of being in the feminine. We do this because we live in a society that has the highest values held in patriarchy. This isn't to blame patriarchy or to try to say we are stuck and we'll never leave that, because that's why you're here. As a woman, you've stepped into the golden frequency because you felt that call. It felt deep and it resonated. And those are the threads of the frequency reaching each one of us in its own time and when we're ready. And when we have received that invitation and we show up, then the frequency begins to stick with us and it can't leave. So this is you. You've heard the calling. Now you're integrating into this space where the frequency will hold you. In this space, as a woman, you are beginning to turn inward. Our energy is often called outside of us, whether it's through work, education, raising our children, being a spouse or a girlfriend, being a daughter. All of these things, we are called outside of ourselves to serve and give and be the nurturer. A lot of us don't feel those things that we're called out to do because we are thinking, logicking how we should show up. What is the right thing? What's the best thing that we could do? Will they like it? And instead of feeling settled in our body, settled in our heart, and feeling nourished from the inside out, we reach outside of ourselves in a way that depletes. And it's often depleted because our logic and our mental space is flooded with the ideas of what should be, instead of what is and what can be. So you are this radiant being, this magnificent woman, and you're often feeling depleted and stuck. Or you wake up and you notice your thoughts are racing and spinning, and you feel this sense of lack. So maybe you've tried gratitude and you've tried just finding the gratitude for the day. So you give yourself a little boost. I'm thankful for my bed. I'm thankful for the roof over my head. I'm thankful for my food and my family. And of course, we're thankful for these things. Of course, we have gratitude for this gift of life. We were called to be born for a reason, and we have this gift that we have been called to share. Except most of us don't know how to access that gift. And in the golden frequency, when we've turned inwards, we don't know necessarily how to access receiving. We're so used to giving it's hard to turn our palms up and receive what we desire most. We might be pushing ourselves out to take care of activities and to-do lists. We might be trying to fulfill somebody else's structure that they built in order to appear qualified or quantify our existence on this planet. That reduces and lowers the frequency of your receiving energy because it's focused outside of you. It's focused on systems that are not aligned with your heart, your feminine nature, and your divinity. So I'm going to bring you into the frequency as you're standing in it and deepen your trust in that moment every single day where you say, I stand in my sovereignty. As a woman, I'm called to receive. I want to take it a little bit to our organs, our womb space. We all have one. And our womb space is a place of reception. We bleed, but ultimately, to conceive a child, we have to receive inward. We can't give outward, we must receive. And then we must consume food to grow this baby inside of us. So we have to receive inward. In the end, we birth this beautiful child from our body after receiving. But during that time, many of us are in fear and worry from the outside narratives that we're not enough. It's the same narrative whether you're a mother of biological children, or you're an auntie, or you're just someone who deeply loves kids but doesn't want them, and that's okay too. This is how we are built to receive, to take in the gifts of everything around us, receiving breath, receiving light into our eyes, receiving smells and fragrance, receiving beauty, receiving abundance. So we might be a nurturer because we cannot nurture from emptiness. So some of the other reasons why we come out of the frequency, even though it's there, we fragment ourselves. Over here, we have judgment, what they might think, or if somebody doesn't like you, and we hold it and we worry, and then we fragment ourselves over here to, I hope I got it right. And then we come over here and we pick up somebody else's problem and we think, I have to fix this because I'm a caregiver, I'm a nurturer. So we pick it up and we try to start changing and fixing and molding and shaping. And we start getting into our logic brain. And when things go wrong, maybe it's our children or our family members or our siblings or our beloved, we think, I've better grasp and tighten and hold on. But you're grabbing their energy. You're trying to correct, usually a grown person. If it's children, it's okay to give them that direction and guidance. But when it's grown adults and you're giving advice, if they didn't ask for it, or you're trying to go in and fix it for them or carry their problem for them, you're fragmenting your energy. When we give our bodies away in the idea of we are valued and we do it repeatedly, and this is a download for me that I had to process with some grief, when we give our bodies without there being a receiving of respect, of devotion, of love, of care and tenderness, then we are giving away this treasure, this beautiful part of us, and it fragments us. It fragments this beautiful gift that we have, and it turns it into something that's just for use. So we then see ourselves almost utilitarian for pleasure, when really we're a sacred feminine being. So these are some of the ways that we pull ourselves out of this frequency where we stop feeling aligned and grounded and able to receive because of the fragmentation and distortion of ourself. So I want to invite you into a practice with me. I'm just going to guide you through a gentle meditation. And if you can find a safe, quiet space in your room or in your living room, there's not distractions, you can pause the video, but find a space where you feel settled and able to receive this meditation, to bring your body into alignment, to ground and to soften out of the mind. So go ahead and take a minute, and then I will begin the meditation with you. Okay, now that you are settled, you can be seated or lie down. You can have a blanket on you, whatever makes you feel comfortable. I'm going to scoot a bolster under my sits bones because they get tired of sitting cross-legged on the floor. Just aligns your spine a little bit taller. I want you to rest your hands face down first. It can be on your body, on your heart and abdomen. If you're sitting cross-legged like me, then you can set them on your legs. I want you to enter the idea of breathing as receiving life. Not just the utility of inhaling and exhaling, but the gift of receiving inward, something that makes your blood flow, makes your heart beat. It gives your cells oxygen. It helps you feel vibrant. It allows your body to regenerate. And while breath happens, even when we're not consciously thinking of it, it is always giving to your body, flooding it with a gift. So receive this beautiful breath in your body, down all the way into your belly. For many women, we clench in our stomach from fear of eating the wrong thing or gaining weight. We slow our digestion because we're afraid. So breathe into that spot and release that tension. Allow yourself to feel the breath going into the brain, feeding it oxygen, allowing it to relax. You might notice as you allow it to relax without thinking. See if you can make your brain feel heavy. We often have a mind that is tense and tight from the amygdala firing in stress. making your mind feel heavy, allows it to go offline. Now, in between the stomach and the mind is your lungs and your heart. As you feel the coolness of your breath go into your lungs, imagine your heart holding this beautiful warmth and pumping that oxygen through your body and blood. Feel that beautiful gift flowing through all your limbs, down your spine, into your womb, your ovaries, your digestive system, your legs, your feet, and your toes. Feel that gift spreading through your body into your arms, your elbows, your wrists, and your fingers. How amazing this gift of breath allows our body to move, our elbows to bend, our wrists to move, our fingers to flex and open and close. All of the functions receiving the gift of air. See if your body is settling, if your mind feels heavy. Good. You're going in the right direction. Now see if you can come without thinking, without analyzing, to a space in between your eyes, your center, your pineal gland. There's many hormones that are made here. These regulate your body, your nervous system chemistry. And now we're going to travel to the vagus nerve, which goes throughout your entire body and sends the signals throughout your body. Send that warmth from the heart and the air from the lungs to wrap around the vagus nerve, to calm, soothe, and relax it. When it's tense and taxed, it slows down an important function of your body, which regulates you. Imagine its coding, and it travels from your mind, down your neck, down your spine into your pelvis. Imagine it expanding with these gifts. Imagine it being covered in a warm liquid gold. This is your nervous system settling into your true nature. Allow this space to expand inside of you. The receiving energy, this warm, golden frequency. Imagine it spreading into every single cell of your body, blessing it. Imagine it weeping gently from your fingertips, maybe from your eyes. You might feel a stir inside of you, that there's something you're holding that you want to release because it can't stay when you're in this frequency. Maybe it's holding on to old pain and believing it's your friend and keeps you safe. As this golden liquid spreads around you, imagine it pushing out the pain so you can hold it and look at it and know that it's not yours to carry, that you are free to be in healing, to feel well. See as if you hold that. Let it dissolve out of your hands like sand. And if you need to, turn your palms up as if you are releasing it. You can. Now, in place of the pain, I want you to receive that feeling of peace, that gentle warmth that travels deep through your body and replaces any anguish or fear. That feeling of love. Imagine it being poured over you, like warm oil covering your body and blessing you. You are anointed in the golden frequency. And as it anoints your body and covers you in richness and in nourishing, imagine that it also sheds away all beliefs that you are unworthy or not beautiful enough. That it sheds away all the fears of what others might believe or think about you. Enjoy the sensation of being blessed and anointed. This is yours, always to receive. You remain anointed. Now, every time you drink water or eat food, imagine it as a gift of abundance, filling you up, there to heal you, to take care of your body, and feel nourished so you can celebrate. And be happy. Be at ease in your life instead of in scarcity or stress. Now that you're anointed and nourished, imagine being grounded, protected, safe, settled, and that you are surrounded by exactly the things that you want and love. Now we're going to roll our necks in a circular motion to release any of the old tensions. When we shrug our shoulders to our ears in fear or anxiety, we're going to allow those things to break free from our body. And if you want, you can let your eyes flutter open. And as you roll your neck in a circular motion from right to left, and then left to right, you're going to start following it with your body. And in your body, your spine is the center. This beautiful, beautiful staff that gives you a proud, tall chest that allows you to stand upright. It is your center of receiving. Now go in the other direction. Feel the spinning, slow motion that our bodies are able to orbit our own spine. Enjoy this feeling that you are orbiting yourself. Many of us attempt to orbit other people and their desires, and this is your moment to remember to orbit yourself, your beautiful life. Now we're going to arch our back in, crunch in, and then release and bring our chest forward. And as it's opening, turn your palms upward. Release any other tension. And now we're going to settle into a gentle hum where we'll receive, and humming activates the vagus nerve in a powerful way. It allows it to relax from the vibration, and that is your frequency. Many of us feel awkward humming or saying things out loud, even if we're alone. But it's very healing to our nervous system. So join me in a oh. And let the breath release all the way. Inhale. And try to find the deeper hum. Now with your mouth closed, you'll feel it more in here with the So we're going to do the so we can feel that and allow our body to feel the vibration. Just make sure to relax the belly, because sometimes we tighten and tense and then we're gripping again. So we're going to, you can hear me do it a couple times. So you can hear the difference. It's breathing out through the nose. It's a little higher than in the chest of the ho. You'll feel it also vibrate up into the mind. So if your mind is stirred, this will help you drop all of the thoughts, almost like vibrating them out, and let yourself feel in the frequency of your orbit. This is that golden, delicious receiving. Ready? And breath in. Good breath in, and one more time. That last one I opened and released all the way. You can follow this practice in however you need to get out of the invigorated and intense thinking and feel your voice, feel the activation in your body, and come into your heart. The vibrating reminds you that you have a voice and you can speak to the needs you have. You can speak them into the universe to receive. Now we're going to do a couple of sighs. This is a somatic release, and it sounds like this. And do it with me. See where you organically decided to place your hands. Mine ended up on my heart. Sometimes when we have old wounds, especially heart wounds, that is releasing that pain. It's releasing that stuckness, because we tend to hold and grip the pain, believing that we are somehow controlling the outcome, or controlling, maybe if we hold on to the pain, somehow it will stop. But that releases it, and again we can fully integrate that frequency of turning inward. Now that we have integrated into our body some more, I want you to move your legs and just shake things out. Allow yourself some space to just kind of let things loose. Let the circulation come into your body, sometimes rubbing your thighs and your legs, remembering we have legs. Some of us are so cerebral that we forget we're carried by feet and toes and strong legs. This is also just a way to honor your body. Sometimes rubbing our own arms and up into our shoulders activates that sense of needing safety and touch. Rubbing the palms gently, allowing yourself to feel that love, that tenderness of if we've lost a relationship or a loved one or had heartbreak, we tend to focus here on the heart. But when we allow ourselves to just gently touch and feel our own body, it reminds our nervous system that we are safe and that we love ourselves. Now the final invitation with the golden frequency. This is going to be your time where you will journal. I've provided a playlist for you that will be with you and allow you to settle more. And as you journal, I'll also provide some prompts for you of things to process out, and then the things you're calling in. The things that make you feel that fullness, that vibrancy, that sacredness, that yumminess in your womb that might have had trauma or pain from PMS. I'm someone who struggled with PMDD, so I've had breast tenderness and cramps and bloating and all the things, and our bodies need to feel nourished, not just by food, but by the energy that we give it, not just by the exercise that we've built into our day, but in the stillness and the sacredness of being ourselves, of knowing we are whole and not fragmented outside of ourselves. As you journal, remain in the heart space. Remember you're anointed. You are covered and filled with this frequency that's magnetic and receiving, and you're drawing into yourself what you desire. You're not going outside yourself to try to get or attain. This is where the orbit, you are in the center, and things start finding you. So in your journaling, I want you to think about, what do you want to orbit and enter into your world that you will receive without trying to achieve it? I know you know what I mean, because we are raised to be out there trying to get and conquer, and that's very masculine and necessary. But in our feminine, this magnetic frequency is drawing it all in and into our inner peace, and knowing that those things are all around us. We see them in our homes, we see them outside of ourselves, but they're not something we have to go and get or work hard for all the time. Sometimes, when we're still and we request and we open our orbit to receptivity, then they start coming in and entering. The right words, the right people, the right things, and your heart stays at the center. In the journaling process, relax your mind. And what I mean by that is let it feel heavy. Let this come from heart, where it's authentic. Don't worry about how what you want will be attained. Don't worry about the desire being right or wrong. It's just desire. And as you write, allow yourself to feel the feelings of what your body will sense and taste and touch in the receiving. You might notice you tense. That's when you remember your breath is this gift entering your body. It's nourishing you, and if you can receive air, which is quite costly for trees and all of the natural world to produce, you're receiving it without having to do anything. And you received life without having to do anything. You can receive more of what you desire by being and requesting and allowing. Because as women, we often get distracted by feeling guilty if we receive. Sometimes we've apologized or felt ashamed for receiving something and saying, you shouldn't have. I want you to hold the idea that yes, whoever did that for you, they should have. And they wanted to. And they find you worthy. So allow it and enjoy it. Don't feel the guilt. That's old conditioning, that you are undeserving. You are fully deserving of everything you have and more. Now, as you go and journal and listen to the playlist, I invite you to stay in this space as long as you can. Return to this practice. Find the pieces. Do not judge them, and do not be hard on yourself. You don't have to want big things. It can be simple, like I want to feel warm, or I want tacos. It can be as big as I want to be able to buy all the gold I want, like jewelry, because I want to. And it can be something from the heart. I want to be surrounded by family. Allow this abundance to filter into your life. And the more that we write down what we desire and identify why we fear it, we'll stop blocking it. So if you find yourself stuck in the journaling process and you notice there's tension building and you think, I seem to be fearing something, notice that. That's a block, and allow that golden frequency energy to go in and dissolve it. And remind yourself that you deserve to receive this. That in your feminine, beautiful, powerful nature, receiving is part of who you are. Thank you for being with me in this space, in this healing, in this receiving. And I invite you to join me again. I'm April Kensington. You're a gift.